Good evening, everybody. My name is Ron from Sons of Cinema YouTube channel and podcast, and I will be your host for tonight's events. Welcome to the world premiere of Barrett. All right, thank you all for coming tonight. Before we roll the film, I want to introduce to you the maestro of this film, writer, director, Mr. Michael Entity.
Hey guys, this is an awesome turnout. Thank you all so much for coming out to the worldwide premiere of Barrett. This is awesome. Like I said on the microphone when I was messing around, you guys could have easily went to go see Toy Story 5, which is a much better movie than this. I'm just letting you know right now. Yeah, but thank you all so much for coming out, guys. So I wrote the script for Barrett well over maybe a year and a half ago. This was around the time when I was in production of my first film, Dark Cherry. Do you have any Dark Cherry fans out here? Yeah. Who was at the Dark Cherry premiere? And who had a role in Dark Cherry? Awesome. Well, speaking of Dark Cherry, I also want to give a big shout out to my boy Johnny Silva. Unfortunately, he was not able to make it today because he is running a really bad fever. He's been in bed for the past couple days. But the reason I'm also bringing him up is because today is also his birthday. And he told me not to do it, but since I'm his friend, I'm going to do it. So if you guys can, we're going to sing Johnny Happy Birthday. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Johnny. Happy birthday to you. We love you, Johnny. Yeah, man, we worked on this movie for well over a year in the hot summer heat. It was not fun, and we had a big skeleton crew, and I'm going to go ahead and list them off real quick, but I'm going to give a big shout out first to my lifelong childhood friend. We've been making short films and everything since the beginning. We were making short films before we even knew how to put title cards in. We'd write the logos on pieces of paper and put it in front of the camera. That's how we did it back then. Let's give a big round of applause to my producer, my lifelong childhood friend, Matthew Silverman. Of course, I also want to give a big shout out. He was not a writer in this film, but he was in it. I also want to give a big shout out because he's also a childhood best friend of mine, Brandon Havergorst. Yeah. And of course, like I said, we didn't have a big skeleton crew working on this movie, so I want them to go ahead and stand up when I call their name because they're the reason this movie got made. My audio guy and 15 years in the military. Thank you for your service, Nicholas James. And then, of course, we have a very good friend of mine as well. He's an incredible cinematographer, and he's also the host of the Arizona AZ Night of Horrors that they do yearly, him and his wife. Let's give a big round of applause to the guy who owns Broken Handle Productions, Angel Peavy. And, of course, last but not least, this is somebody that I met years ago when we worked on a movie that I wrote called Riley. Any Riley fans out there? Okay. So I worked with James, we met that day, and we just kind of became close ever since then. And I gave him the script for this, and he absolutely loved it. And he was also a co-writer on this, as much as he keeps telling me, no, I didn't write it. I'm like, well, but you did. And of course, I'll talk about that. Yeah, thank you. I'll make that very clear at the end of the movie. But let's go ahead and give him a round of applause, everybody. Mr. James Yaw! Anyways, guys, there are some people that are going to be coming late, but like most movie theaters, we are going to start on time. After the movie, we also are going to be doing a small little Q&A. So you guys are more than welcome to stick around. We want to try to get as many questions as we can. But if you guys are not able to stick around and you got to go home, totally understand. Just be sure to flip me off when you leave the theater, okay? I got to be careful cursing. There are some children right here. Sorry, children. But yeah, and after that, we also want to get your guys' reactions as we leave the theater. Basically, at the end, I'm going to hand over the microphone over to our good friend Ron. He's going to kind of close it out, and I'll be out there to shake everybody's hands because I want to be able to shake everybody's hands for coming out, because obviously with so many people in this theater, it's hard to keep track of everybody. So I want to be able to personally thank every single one of you guys for coming out. It really means the world. And then we're also going to be showing a couple trailers before this movie from some local Arizona independent filmmakers. Show them some love if you guys want. You can clap, just do whatever you guys want. And then during the reactions, guys, I want you to be brutally honest. As a filmmaker, I am the worst critic when it comes to my movies, because I'll say this. As much as I'm proud of this movie, I hate this movie. And I'll tell you why I hate this movie. It's not because I don't like it, I love it. Because I have seen this movie so many damn times. How many times have I listen to the rough cut whenever I'm working, cleaning on the roofs and everything. It's not fun. It's not fun, but I'm really excited to see what you guys think of this movie. When you guys get your reactions, people are going to talk to you. Be honest. If you think it's the best movie you've ever seen, if you think it's the worst movie you've ever seen, I want to hear it. If you say that this movie is better than anything Christopher Nolan did, then that will make me very happy. But anyways, guys, without rambling on too much, I now present to you, Barrett. Holy bleep bleep. Wow. I'm gonna start crying and this place is gonna flood. Thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed the movie. That was awesome. I know it was long. I'm sorry. Before we go, like I said, I know that was a long movie, so if some of you have to leave, totally 100% understand. Thank you so much for coming out. Before we end this off, I'm going to be inviting a couple people on stage, people that were, of course, a part of the making of this movie. We saved the best for last. I want to invite two actors up right now because they played two of the same parts. He played Pastor Lawrence, as you guys saw. So I want to bring up I almost said Lawrence. I want to bring up Ernest Pittman and Mighty Brown. And of course, we have another two actors that play the same role. I want to go ahead and bring up somebody that I'm sure you guys grew to hate as the movie went on. Let's go ahead and bring up the actors that portrayed Casey, Chris Rennick, and Paul Fisher III. All right. And then, of course, we got a couple more. I want to bring up somebody who was in the movie for a minimum time, but I love her to death because we worked together on a previous movie, and I think every time I make a movie, I'm always going to cast her. Let's bring up the beautiful and lovely Melissa Rakuski. And of course, there's another character which I'm assuming you guys really grew to hate. I really heard you guys gasping. Real quick, just for the hell of it, I need to ask a question. You can be honest. Who cried? Did you really? You guys are big crybabies. It's a movie. It's a movie. Yeah. Awesome. So I also want to go ahead and bring up a couple more people. Oh yeah, I just said he was somebody that you guys grew to hate throughout the entire movie. He has been nothing but supportive throughout this entire production, and he's awesome. I want to go ahead and bring him up, everybody. Let's bring up the guy who played Jose, Juan Valera Jr. microphone go out?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Oh man.
Let's go trade real quick. Check. Check 1, 2, 3. Audio's all right. I'm just gonna yell until the microphones turn on. Let's go ahead and invite somebody who was awesome to work on set. He was hilarious, and every time we filmed, I couldn't stop laughing during some takes. I'm gonna go ahead and bring him up here, guys. The Sheriff Daryl, Mr. Sean Dillingham. Still not working. Audio's still not working. That's okay. All right. What was that? Did they shut it off? Okay, well, I'm just going to scream throughout the entire time. Yeah, right? Not enough chairs. Well, I guess some people will just have to stand. Of course, I'm going to bring up somebody that I got introduced to a year ago. His audition tape completely blew me away, and I'm so glad he was able to be in this movie. Let's bring up the actor that played Angel, Liano Lopez. You're the man. Thank you. This was your first movie, right? Did he do good, guys? Now, of course, to go ahead and kick it off real quick, I want to do an honorable mention to some actors that were not able to join. The young actress Erica Montoya, who played Angel's little sister Gabby. She was incredible. She couldn't make it. Let's give her a round of applause. I also want to give a big round of applause to the actor that played Andy. He, unfortunately, was not able to make it tonight. Let's give a round of applause for Matt Egan. Now, before I bring up the final person, I got to mention a couple more people. Obviously, this movie would have never been made if it wasn't for these guys. I want to bring up the incredible cinematographer, the man who literally made this movie as good as it looks, Angel Peavy. Somebody that I've only known for a year, but it feels like we've known each other for 10 years. I love you, man. Let's bring him up here, Nicholas James. And without further ado, everybody, let's bring him up here. The title character, the star of the show, James Yaw. Let's give it up for the guy who played the young version of Barrett, Caden Dillingham. There's also one more person I forgot to bring up, and I'd feel really bad if I didn't bring her up. Let's bring up a girl that I've known for, a young woman that I've known for many years, and she's an incredible person. Let's bring it up to the actress who played Angel's mom, Genevieve Franco. Now, of course, guys, before we end this off, I want to go ahead. We're going to do a Q&A. It's not going to be a very long one, but of course, my good friend Ron has a couple questions, and we want to try to get some questions from you guys. We want to hear your guys' thoughts, and then basically getting out of the door for this one. As you guys are heading out, I'm going to be standing over by the poster over there. Obviously, like I said, if you guys have to leave, I totally understand. We really want to get your guys' reactions. Our good friend Brandon and Matt, they're going to be recording you guys. I want you guys to be brutally honest. Like I said, if you guys thought the movie sucked, and so why am I leaving myself? There's a bunch of curse words in this movie. But let's go ahead and but one more time, guys. Let's give it up for the cast. And I also want to whether they were extras and whether they had any lines or whatnot. If I can have you guys stand up so that way people can see you, please go ahead and stand up. Get up here. Get up here, man. See, there's so many people in this movie, I forgot to name some people. How horrible is that? All right. Now, let's Ron, come on up here. We're going to have to yell because the microphone's not working. Carl, I thought you were dead. Carl. Hey. Carl, have you been bit? Ron, take it away, man.
All right. First question I'm going to ask to our director here. Michael, how did you come up with the...
Still not working. That's okay.
Still not working?
That's all right. I'm gonna scream it.
Can you all hear me back there?
Yeah.
Good? All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
How did you come up with the story for Barrett? What was your inspiration, and what do you hope that the audience will take away from this film?
Well, I wrote the script for Barrett because I've always been a big fan of movies like this. It's not necessarily a wholly original idea. The idea of an older guy, kind of like a father figure in a way, that befriends a young kid who's in a troubled home. How many times have we seen that before? We've seen that in Gran Torino, we've seen that in Sling Blade with Baby Bob Thornton, A Perfect World with Kevin Costner, and we've seen it with a Pixar movie, Up. It's sick. So it's very similar. I've always been a big fan of those stories because there are certain storylines that I feel like always need to be told no matter what, because it's a story that still stands alone, and all it really takes is just peace, like just one person that can really change a person's life. Obviously a quote that I love from John Singleton, one of my favorite directors of all time, who directed one of my favorite films, Boys in the Hood. The very end of that movie, it ends with Boys in the Hood, and it says, increase the peace, and that's exactly what we all need to be doing.
Yeah. All right. Next question is for James. Sir, there you are. I'm looking over there.
I'm kind of hard to miss.
First off, again, bravo. I applaud you, sir. Great. This character had incredible depth and complexity. Did you find it hard to understand Barrett, or do you have certain similarities to Barrett?
Barrett's deep. There was a lot. I did draw from a lot of personal experience. We've all got those things in our past that we kind of wish we didn't have to deal with, but still do. Obviously, I've got nothing like what Barrett went through, but I was able to pull from a lot of personal experience. So I felt really connected to Barrett. I like the guy, and that kind of helps when you get cast in something like this. If you really like the character you get to play, it gives you a little bit more ability to play it honestly.
All right. Lionel, my friend.
Yes.
So this is your first film. I can only imagine what it is like to see yourself up on the big screen. What was going through your mind while you were watching yourself on film?
Cringing, bro. What are you talking about? Well, I don't know. I'm big into theater. That's my stuff. So I don't know. I hope y'all like the show. That's all I can say.
Ron, sir, you worked with a lot of big name directors and actors. How does Michael Entity and the cast and crew of Barrett compare to other projects you've worked on?
It was fun. It was fun.
All right, that's a
Nice,
quote from the poster.
Creative freedom. He let me play. Kept a lot of stuff out that I don't know.
Did you ad-lib a lot?
Oh yeah.
Yeah? Well, I loved your.
Yeah.
You reminded me of like Abbott and Costello. You had that little feel to it. I loved it.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Yes, sir.
Working with Sean was.
Hello. Awesome. You just made me better. And I say that because you literally never knew what was going to come out of his mouth next. Whether it was in the script, even if it was in the script, the way he was going to deliver it was always a surprise. And you just made me better because I had to learn how to think on my feet and react to what you were giving me. And you made me better, and you made Barrett a better character. Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
All right. I got a question for Genevieve. You might.
Oh, my wife works now.
Yeah,
There you go. I don't have to yell anymore. All right, Genevieve. You portrayed a character that a lot of people unfortunately can relate to. Did you have trouble relating to this character, or were there certain elements that you could pull from to understand your character better?
she's like, Michael, do not give the role to anybody else. That's literally what she said. She sent me voicemails, and I was like, I'm gonna block her and say sorry. I could have given it to J-Lo.
Well, just I took on the role after I read the script, just because it wasn't just her story to tell. It was also mine, so I was thank you for the opportunity.
You can see
Absolutely.
full of pain. Yeah. All right. Lawrence and Mighty, gentlemen, you guys were great in the film. Tell everybody how you guys got involved with the film.
Start with Mike.
Oh man, well, Mike, that's my dog right there, man. So he said, yo, Mike, I got this script, man. Got this script, man. I have you play. So
Pretty much how it goes every
it's literally it though. So for me, after I went over the script, I was able to really relate. I know pastors that are like that, where they have either some skeletons in their closet and they carry themselves a certain way to a certain crowd, but then when it's behind closed doors, that's when like the real them is there. So I really wanted to display what those inner feelings and what those inner emotions would be if they were actually broadcast out. Yeah.
When you said Lawrence, I was like, who's Lawrence?
Oh! Well, I still see you as the character, so. Yeah, please tell everyone how you got involved with the film. And by the way, your monologues in this movie are just fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, I was doing a play with James and Sedona. We was doing Driving Miss Daisy. And he came to me and he was like, you would be great for this pastor role that we doing. So I just sent you, I played a pastor just different, I had a different monologue. And I showed it to him. And he was like, you need to send that to Michael. And I said to him, he was like, that's what, say no more, boom, boom. So, that's what it is. But I'm also an ordained minister regardless anyway.
Okay. You're a method actor. That's great. Method. All right, Javante and Caden, in the limited time that you guys had in film to tell your love story, how did you guys think your scenes together came out?
I was very touched by that. I thought it was a great storyline. Just seeing that beginning of Barrett as a character, I think has so much that you can really dig into, and just, trying to live up to James is a mountain of work. So I think there was a lot to work with, thanks to his performance, thanks to Michael's writing. It's just so much to dig into, but I was very pleased with how it turned out. And also him. He's just... Exactly.
I think it was a missed opportunity for you to play the young version of Daryl. I mean, maybe one day.
That's the prequel. Is that a sequel?
What would be a sequel to Barrett? Barrett 2, The Awakening?
The resurrection.
Ah, yeah, okay. But a good friend right over here, Monte.
I thought it was very beautiful, and it's really rare as an actor to be in a scene with someone and it feels very real to you. Like every breath, every movement, it was just great chemistry, and we were really locked into the scene. And I loved working with him too. He was amazing. I thought it was beautiful. It made me emotional as I worked with the movie.
All right, Paul and Chris, you guys played the same character of Casey in this film at different points in his life. What were your approaches to this one character?
Start with Paul.
You took it.
Oh, me?
Where do I begin with this one? I don't really know.
for me, I do know people who are like Casey, unfortunately. I hate them to death. But Paul actually talks on Messenger, like how should this character sound like, how should it be, and I thought we did pretty well out of what we did.
I always play bad guys in my movies, don't you?
I'm always playing bad guy, so as bad as it sounds, it is fun.
That's alright.
But yeah, hopefully next time Sean can kill me. So. Yeah, I don't know. We will.
Well, it was easy for me to put out the hatred. I did not get cast in this movie originally. And then Michael reached out to me and said, I got this character, he's gonna be perfect for him, you don't even have to audition. And then I got that piece of shit, and I said, well, that's it, I don't care. So I just brought that to the set. But, yeah, I think when you guys just be pure evil, I don't know, I think it was kinda easy. Except for, James got a little too exuberant, throwing me against that house. You guys missed the 27 takes we had to do in between.
And it was very hot that day, which I know you guys are hot right now.
And, yeah, the sheriff was very helpful. Hey, we can do this to make it louder, so.
Yeah, definitely. It was interesting. Go right ahead, man.
Dude.
You broke my heart. In that montage, when you came up to the house and when you walked away, hit the roof, you didn't really say a word, but man, you broke my heart. I mean, I felt every single thing you did. So thank you for that. I mean, you made the character we all hated, and I'm not hating that, so.
All right, I've got a question for Ron.
Ron.
Fuck my stepdad.
Ron, I heard you had a crazy first day on set. Tell us how that went down and how did you channel this mean as shit character?
I'm not a method actor. That's true. If you saw in that scene between Ben and I when we did the chokehold, you look at the drywall. Previous take, put a hole through that several times.
The Airbnb surprisingly never messaged back and said I broke the wall. So please keep your mouth shut.
Well, Michael reached out. I saw a posting Michael did, and I volunteered to be part of the film. And like the day before, what was it, the day before?
It was the day before.
He's like, this guy dropped out. You want to do this? I'm like, sure, why not? Less than 3 hours, had to read the script, and I didn't know what I was getting into. Then once I read the script, the dude's an asshole. I was like, shit, what did I sign up for?
Did you guys want to see him die?
So, yeah, it was, something you just had to dive into to keep the production rolling, and I appreciate the opportunity. And thank you for helping me be part of the marketing producing team and help promote this. And I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Awesome. Well, before we go into our final question here, I still want to get some questions from the audience, so I want you to ask your final question.
All right, this question is actually for all of you, so if you can answer it as quickly as possible. I don't care what it is, if I just want to know from each one of you, what are you going to take away from the whole Barrett experience? Whether it's something technical, spiritual, maybe something that that changed inside you. What will you take away from this first? Melissa?
Speed round, here we go.
Okay, you never know what someone is going through, so just love everyone and be nice to everyone.
Thinking on your feet and dealing with the heat. I didn't mean that to rhyme, but it did. Barrett really does have the raps.
Always live your truth.
Choices.
Keep the grind up.
Being able to tell the absolutely filthiest jokes to Angel and Necklace on set all day, every day. Two Jews walk into a bar.
And they just have a drink, pay the bill, and leave.
Probably the neck pain from Michael kicking me from the scene when I'm on the ground.
mine is, there's filmmakers in this room, we've all worked on things that never came out or been told, hey, you're gonna be in a thing, and it never happens. And Michael has put out 2 features. So from beginning to end twice. And I mean, how doesn't anyone work with him? Right?
For me, it's just to continue to excel. You know, I worked with some talented actors on this one, and I'm like, wow, I have a lot to learn. And honestly, it's been a pleasure. It's an honor, honestly. But thank you, Michael, for always taking the opportunity. And always help your brother in need.
You're still gonna play the bad guy.
Just be positive.
Positive.
I have learned so much. I grew up on this set. I told Michael and Angel, like, I grew up on this set. So I'm taking away the technical experience, but also, man, this is a film family, man. So,
Absolutely, bro.
I know it's hard sometimes, but choose love over hate.
Stay connected to your local acting community and, honor and treasure one another. Even though it's funny, like, this film, how long it was, it was a nice, what was it, how long it took?
How long did it take?
Yeah.
This movie took about a year to film, and I don't know if you guys might be surprised. I know it was long. This movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes, and you guys stuck around. So good on you guys. That's longer than a freaking Marvel movie.
It's not like you see every day, each other every single day, like we're in theater. You know what I mean? Like I saw Sean once, and I was in the cemetery and all that. But yeah, stay connected.
Yep. Fight scenes are fun to shoot.
Alright guys, that was awesome. Once again, we don't want to sit around here too long, we don't get hot. But I want to try to get some questions from the audience. So if you guys raise your hand, Ron's going to hand over your microphone. Let's do it over right here.
Appreciate you. Thank you for letting me be an extra in this film. It was amazing.
You're crying a lot.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, you good?
Hi, y'all.
What's up? Hey!
So yeah, my question was, how much does this film cost?
A lot. It was more than my first car, but less than my current car.
Got it, beautiful.
In reality, we did pretty good. There was a lot of times where we really wanted to film certain scenes that we weren't able to do it originally. I would say altogether, this movie cost about maybe no more than $6,000.
Wow.
That includes Sean's pay. Don't clap, I'm still in debt.
That includes Sean's pay?
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's go and get a couple more questions. Right there in the green hat. I love that hat, by the way.
Talked to you earlier, yes. Yeah. I just looked this up today on the events page. I don't know anything about anything. And then I just came to see it. And I cried for the 15 minutes after this. I couldn't even talk, so I'm glad I had some time.
Well, at least you'll have an extra
It
water.
was incredible.
Wow.
Thank
you so much.
Film my whole life, so I thought it was totally incredible. And your character, I think that stood out above all was, people weren't all good and all bad. That you broke down all the stereotypes. There weren't stereotypes, you made characters that were gray. They were good and bad. And that's what makes a great film, I think,
Absolutely. Real quick before I get into the question, there is somebody I completely forgot to shout out. He's a very good friend of mine. He actually did the ending song to this film, not specifically for the movie, but he did do this song. I want to give a big shout out to my good friend Rob over there. Rob, stand up so everybody can see you, man. Yeah. Let's go take a couple more questions. Oh, I see, let's see. Oh, right there with the glasses. Right there, Ron. See it?
Oh, I see it.
Yes. Hey there, what's your name?
Joyce.
Joyce, thank you for coming out, Joyce.
I noticed that you covered many different taboo subjects or whatever. What was the toughest one for you guys to get through?
Oh man, a lot of them were tough. I would say the scene that involved the Ku Klux Klan, that was tough, specifically because filming that in public, we could have probably gotten shot, But that was hard. We made those costumes by hand, and that was not fun. Having in a container under my bed, only for one day to maybe like somebody to come over. My son likes to go under my bed a lot, so I mean, like, Dad, what are you doing over the weekends? It's like, yeah, you're going back to your mom's. That was definitely the hardest one. I think all the topics in general were, because for me, I wanted to be able to tell this story without feeling like we're only focusing on one specific topic, whether it's racism, homophobia. I wanted to make a movie that tackles subjects, but without going too overboard. I mean, there's this saying, and obviously we know about it, and it annoys me sometimes, but the whole thing about being woke. When a character is introduced as a specific way, it's considered woke. I wanted to be able to tell a story without pushing an agenda. And you guys can be honest too, I'm not going to be anything. Did you guys all think this movie was woke? All right. Well, that was the question. Paul, let's get over for Paul. Oh, we had a small little fight scene that we had, and that was a lot of fun to do.
Thanks. So, first and foremost, I want to thank you for allowing me to be an extra in the film and be extra. And I just want to say that everybody in the film brought it. And thank you to also everybody that's been behind the scenes, too. You guys did a great job.
Awesome.
So I wanted to ask you, what was your favorite topic that was focused on in the film?
I would say that's like picking a favorite child, but I only have one son, so I guess it's kind of easy to narrow down. Yeah, I really don't know. I think all the topics altogether were very important. Like I said, racism, homophobia, childhood trauma, abuse. All those topics are important. There is never a topic that is more important than the other. Every single one of them stands, and that's why we just need to, obviously we need to be accepting, we need to understand a lot of the things that people go through, and we just need to accept people. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what religion you are, it doesn't matter anything. At the end of the day, we really need to bring more peace so that way people can feel welcome in the world. Let's go and take maybe 5 more questions. Nico! Hey, let's give it up for Nico, guys. He played as one of the gang members.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I want to say thank you, Michael, for giving me my opportunity. It's my first time I've ever been in a film. I've taken acting classes and done things like that, but Michael took a chance on me, and I appreciate it. My question is I want to know what scene when you were filming was the moment you said, all right, everybody needs to see this. This is cinema, and this is it.
Specifically, and let me know if you guys agree, I think specifically the scene where we see young Barrett and Carl unfortunately meets his unfortunate death. That scene alone broke me, even though I was there. Like I said, I don't get emotional whenever I watch this movie. I was only tearing up because of how much you guys really loved it. That scene alone really kind of messed me up in a way, and a lot of people on set were very, very quiet. And I remember, I gotta give a big shout out to my very good friend Samantha. The whole time she's just like, but I would say that was definitely the scene. Let's take 4 more questions. Yes, right there.
Hi, thank you for having my son Carl in the movie.
Absolutely.
Everybody was excellent. Looking at the movie, it was amazing. I just want to know, what is the process from here now? The movie is finished. What goes on now? What's the next step of the movie?
So for this film, we are going to be submitting it into some film festivals. My first film, Dark Cherry, we didn't really do anything with it. We had it premiere here, and then we just kind of released it on Blu-ray so people can have physical copies. For this one, we really want to get into the film festival circuit. There is no time frame of when you guys will be able to watch Barrett, but if you guys want to keep this a secret, if any of you guys want to message me personally, you want to watch this movie again, you want to watch it with your family, message me personally, I'll send you a private link, but keep it on the down low.
Thank you.
All right, we got time for 10 more questions. Yes, all the way in the back.
Sir. Just want to say all of you did a fantastic job. It was wonderful watching you guys on there. Watching the movie, it kind of reminded me of a couple of real life stories, like the Matthew Shepard story, if anyone's familiar with that. Are there any other real life events that inspired the events that happened in this movie?
I'm really glad you brought up the Matthew Shepard story. If you guys don't know about that story, it was one of the most heartbreaking stories in history. A young kid who was gay, and these 2 kids tried to pretend that they were his friend. They brought him out, they tied him to a gate, and they beat him to death. It's a very heartbreaking story. But as far as a real life event, not specifically one that ties into this story, but there is definitely some similarities from movies that I've loved. Like, American History X is one of them. A movie with Forrest Whitaker called Burden was kind of an influence on that. Gran Torino was, of course, one. But yeah, there's a lot of movies that definitely inspired that. But I do want to ask a quick question, though, if anybody can guess this. The ending to this movie specifically that involved Angel a lot older with his son is from one of my favorite movies, actually my favorite movie of all time. Can anybody guess? No, not The Sandlot. It starts with an S, though. Stand By Me. Yeah. So that was a huge inspiration for me. But as far as a real event, nothing specific. All right, we got, what was that?
She has a question.
Who's got a question? Oh, all right, here we go. He's coming. He's coming.
Okay, so first I want to say congratulations because this is the first ever movie I actually stayed with the entire time. But what I want to ask is that, like, if somebody wanted to write a film, what advice would you give them?
Write something that's personal to you and do something that you know for a fact you can do. A director that I greatly admire, even though unfortunately he made Shark Boy and Lava Girl, so I'm gonna give him shit for that. Robert Rodriguez is one of the best because he truly understands low budget filmmaking. He's spoken at film schools and say, do what you know you can do. If your father works at a restaurant, make a movie about a restaurant. I mean, Kevin Smith made Clerks and he stayed the night at his convenience store that he worked at. He made a movie about two guys working at a convenience store, and now it's one of the most celebrated comedies in film history. Not even supposed to be here today.
Yeah, right?
Hopefully some of you guys got that. A lot of you guys are probably like, anybody else? Andreas!
Oh.
Wait, are you Andreas or John Wick?
Both. Just a quick little joke here. How'd it feel getting yelled at by me and Chris?
Hilarious. That was a lot of fun because I kept telling you to go more, do more, please do more, and then finally that final take is the one we use. So I had a good time with you yelling at me, but you're a sweet guy and I love you, man.
Thank you, man. So actually on that note, so thanks, Michael. This was actually like my second big feature I got to be upon. And it was so weird because, yeah, I'm a very friendly guy. I look like an asshole, but I'm very nice. But this guy in that scene, he was like, hey, man, I want you to yell at me. And I was like, okay. And, I did a little bit. He's like, no, I want you to yell at me. I was like, hey, man. I was like, do you really want me to yell at you? And he was like, yeah, I need you to scream at me. So then we did, I think it was like 4 or 5 takes. Every time you're like, I like it, we get more angry. And finally on that last take, I just snapped and I was like, shut the fuck. Like, I just blew it.
I'm angry.
Yeah, and it was funny, man. I remember I saw you almost jump back a little bit. That almost made me stop because I felt bad. I was like, oh shit, I'm yelling at the director.
It's not like you're yelling at a little kid, man.
Yeah, I know, but still, man. I don't want to yell at people, but it was a great experience. Thank you so much. It really just kind of helped me tap into that side. And yeah, I'm just excited to see what's next.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead. I'm going to take one more big question. I'll go ahead and pick it out. And then finally, like I said, after this, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here in a little bit. And obviously, you guys got to leave. Thank you for coming. But I want to try to get some of your guys' reactions. Tell us what you think. We got one more big question right all the way in the back right there. Let's get your final question.
Well, there it is. I just want to say it was a pleasure to see you, James, put on an absolute clinic for over 2 hours. Incredible. Worked with you before. Incredible. Question for Mr. Director here. When you make films, there's always something that comes up where you have to make a decision. Is this going to be the end of my film, or is it not going to be? Obviously, we build margin into our schedules. If someone calls out, right? But then, if you could pinpoint the one thing where you had to make a decision, you had to sit down with yourself and say, if I don't get through this movie will not happen, and I'm not going to let that happen.
So specifically the scenes, which on paper don't really seem like they're a big deal, but they were big for me, is we ended up we were filming scenes that involved Barrett's truck, which was my brother's truck, but unfortunately we weren't able to drive it because the water pump was broken. So we did this idea. We're like, hey, I ended up testing it with a friend of mine. We tested like a green screen, we did like a test footage. I was like, I think we can make this work. So we tried to do like a green screen with the truck. We filmed that for about a couple hours, and it came out incredible. Angel did a great job, everybody did their thing. Unfortunately though, no matter how many times I edited, no matter what I was doing for weeks and weeks, it looked like, if you guys ever watch like sitcoms and they're clearly not actually driving it, there's like a TV behind them, that's what it looked like. And I'm like, okay, it's obviously not the most important scene, but it is gonna take people out of it. So we ended up having to reshoot that last minute. I really didn't want to, but I just couldn't get it right. Maybe one day in the future, we'll, once I release it more publicly, we'll actually reinsert those previous scenes. But I would say that was definitely the scene where I just kept worrying, because I promised these guys we'd be done at a specific time, and I had to keep my promise, and that's basically just kind of what it came down to. So that's kind of how I'll end it. But without, before we end this off, guys, I want to also give a big shout out to a very good friend of mine. He didn't take part in writing the movie, or no part of the movie at all, but he's a good friend of mine, and I want to give him a big shout out because he's actually going to be moving to Iowa, which really breaks my heart, and he's been one of my bestest friends for 10 years, and we have made a lot of really, really shitty movies together. But I want to go ahead and bring him up, guys. Please everybody give a round of applause to my very good friend, Lane Thompson. Just like me, I don't want to kiss you.
Jeez, Mike, what bothered you before? So, this guy right here, man, I've known going on 11 years, and I met him, I used to just, go through the list of friends or people on Facebook, and add people just that had mutuals with them. And I added this guy one day, and he made a post. He's like, making a movie, and he was like, you know I was gonna bring this up.
Oh no.
And so I inquired, like, yo, dude, you need actors, let me know. I'm like 15, so is he, so like I had no acting experience at all. But, and that's how just reaching out to him and seeing immediately that we both had an interest in film and how magical and wonderful it can be. And from that moment on, like, this man's been my brother, man. Like, we have gone through thick and thin. We've had projects that we've come up with, we never finished. Honestly, thanks for some. Yeah, some of them probably.
We almost made a really stupid hood action movie that took place in downtown Chandler. Could you guys see me being a drug dealing badass?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I'm talking about 10 years ago.
Maybe. Sure.
We were literally making a white version of Paid in Full.
Like we had this scene where we were sitting behind the steering wheel of my dad's truck, like he was talking about like the green screen and stuff earlier. And it's supposed to be going like 120 miles per hour, like in a big chase and everything. And it's literally like, if you were able to see it being filmed, it's literally just me with him on the other side of the driver's window, pointing a camera into the driver's side of me just holding onto the steering wheel screaming. That was the entire scene.
That was a lot of fun. And if you guys are curious on seeing some of the really crappy stuff we made, it is on my Facebook, but you're gonna have to do some digging because it is fucking hilarious. But anyways, thank you so much for being a part of my life, man, and I'm gonna miss you going to Iowa.
I just want to say, man, I'm beyond proud of you, man. Seeing where we started, like, bro, we used to make little short films on iPhone 5.
You broke my back doing the attitude adjustment too.
Yeah.
There's a video of that too if you guys want to see that.
But I just want to say, man, like, hard work pays off. As you can see here. You got a whole cast up here, man. You sold out a theater, man. You sold out a theater. All these people are here for you, man. And I just want to let you know, man, like, you deserve it, dog. You really do. Forever.
God bless you too, man, and good luck in Iowa. And ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you so much for coming out to the premiere of Barrett. I'm going to have Ron finish this off. I'm going to be out there. I want to shake all of your guys' hands personally because you guys are amazing. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Michael, got one more question. What next project do you have coming up?
My next project that you guys saw in the trailer is Windhaven, which is a murder mystery film. If you guys would like movies like Seven, Zodiac, or Pitch Perfect, it's just like that.
I loved it. It was amazing.
I just want to say that I'm really glad that he's able to focus on such real life issues that very much do exist in real life.
Emotional roller coaster. It was a great film, and I'm excited for the next project.
It was great. It was awesome, especially towards the end. I'd say the last like 30, 45 minutes it started really kind of coming together, and you were really a lot more engaged.
I thought it was fantastic. It was such a good story, and it had us captivated from beginning to end. Fell in love with all the characters, and everything they went through was so good.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. Especially the Gran Torino influence at the end there. I love that.
So I think the movie was good and everybody brought it, seriously. And I just want to recommend that for anybody that hasn't seen it before, you got to check it out, seriously.
All I really got to say, the movie was really good. I was really locked in. Angel's character connected with me a lot because I will admit what was happening to him in the movie, I kind of understand. All I'm gonna say, check it out. It's really good. You give me a big feast.
I didn't know what to expect, and it was really deep and interesting. The characters were amazing, and just there's a lot of really important stuff in this movie about how people treat each other and how they should treat each other, about relationships, and it's just wonderful. I think that's great.
It was good. It was long. But it was good and great stuff.
I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I thought it sucked. I'm playing. No, I love the topics that were talked about. It was executed properly. Amazing story. I felt all the very sentimental and hard-hitting parts. It was fire. Go see it whenever Mike decides to put it out.
I mean, I'm not gonna say I cried, but I might have had a little something in my eye.
Dude, that was such a tearjerker. Really good, really grounded. I recommend this for everybody, for the whole family. Although it may look like the length of a Christopher Nolan movie, this movie is amazing. It's beautiful. It'll make you sad, make you cry. It's worth it. So worth it.
Oh my God, it was amazing. I was crying like twice, and my eyelashes were about to fall off, so that's a good thing. Great movie.
There's a lot of layers. I have so many thoughts I'm still processing out, but I watched it at first from the lens of a mental health professional. So, I think working with kids especially, it shows that it just takes that one trusting adult to really, really make a difference, and that everyone has these layers. Even the characters I hated, I was like, I really don't want to have any sympathy or empathy for any of these people, but it was amazing.
I thought it was a very great film, very emotional, but also very well written.
Yeah.
Because there were some twists and turns, but I really did enjoy it. It was great. I cried. Yeah.
Did you need some tissues?
No, I have 2 packs in here, so.
That was great. Yeah, good job.
I thought the movie tugged on the heartstrings a lot, a little overly long, but other than that, engrossing. Maybe want to stick around for the entire runtime.